clean house does not usually stay clean because somebody deep cleans it once. A clean house stays clean because the people living in it keep touching it throughout the day. That is the part nobody wants to talk about. Deep cleaning feels like the big, impressive thing. You scrub everything, wash everything, throw bags of trash away, wipe down cabinets, mop floors, organize closets, clean bathrooms, and finally, the house feels good again. It feels peaceful. It feels breathable. It feels like a reset. But if nobody maintains that reset, the house starts falling apart almost immediately. Not because the deep clean failed, because the daily habits were never changed. A house does not usually become dirty all at once. It becomes dirty in tiny moments that nobody handles. A tissue misses the garbage can and stays on the floor. A spoon gets used and left on the counter. A cup gets put beside the sink instead of inside the sink. Someone makes food and leaves crumbs everywhere. A little sauce splashes onto the cabinet and nobody wipes it. A wrapper lands on the table. A towel gets dropped on the floor. Shoes get kicked off in the walkway. A bed does not get made. Mail gets tossed down. One thing becomes 5 things. 5 things become a pile. The pile becomes a room that feels stressful. Then the whole house feels dirty again. That is why the secret to a clean house is not cleaning harder. It is cleaning sooner. The best way to keep a house clean is to stop waiting until the mess becomes big enough to deserve attention. Tiny messes are easy. Big messes are exhausting. A spill that gets wiped right away takes 10 seconds. A spill that dries on the counter becomes sticky, attracts crumbs, smells bad, and then takes scrubbing. A splash on a cabinet can be wiped while it is still wet. A splash that sits there for days turns into a mystery stain. A few crumbs can be swept into your hand. A kitchen floor full of crumbs makes the whole room feel disgusting. This is why the kitchen matters so much. The kitchen can make a whole house feel dirty, even if the rest of the house is not that bad. Food mess spreads fast. Grease, crumbs, sticky counters, dirty dishes, trash, wrappers, and spills all build up quickly. The kitchen needs constant little resets, not deep cleaning every day, just quick resets. When you make food, clean while the food is cooking. Put ingredients away as soon as you are done with them. Throw wrappers away immediately. Put dirty dishes directly in the sink or dishwasher. Wipe the counter before you leave the kitchen. Wipe the stove if something splashes. Check the floor for dropped food. Put the chair back. Close the cabinets. Hang the towel. These are small things, but they are the difference between a house that stays manageable and a house that becomes overwhelming. One of the biggest mindset shifts is this: do not put something down unless you are putting it where it belongs. If you take your socks off, they go in the hamper. If you use a cup, it goes to the sink. If you open mail, junk mail goes in the trash right away. If you drop something, you pick it up right away. If you miss the trash can, that does not mean the tissue lives on the floor now. You pick it up. This sounds obvious, but this is where clean houses are made or destroyed. A clean house is not about perfection. It is about responsibility in the moment. The people who live in the house have to stop acting like small messes are invisible. Small messes are not invisible. They are the beginning of the next deep clean. Another habit that helps is doing room resets several times a day. A reset is not a full cleaning session. It is 2 to 5 minutes where you look around and put the room back together. In the morning, make the bed. It does not have to be perfect. Just pull the blanket up, fix the pillows, and make the room look intentional. In the bathroom, wipe toothpaste off the sink before it dries. Put the brush, deodorant, hair products, and towels back where they belong. Empty the tiny trash before it overflows. In the living room, pick up cups, plates, wrappers, toys, blankets, clothes, and anything that does not belong. Straighten the couch. Clear the floor. Before leaving a room, take one thing with you that belongs somewhere else. That one habit can change a house. If you're going to the kitchen, take the cup. If you are going upstairs, take the laundry. If you are going to the bathroom, take the hairbrush or towel. Never walk empty-handed if something nearby belongs where you are going. Another important rule is the one-touch rule. When possible, handle something once. Do not move the dirty plate from the table to the counter, then from the counter to the sink, then from the sink to the dishwasher. Put it where it actually needs to go the first time. Do not drop clean laundry on a chair if it needs to go in a drawer. Do not set garbage on the counter when the trash can is right there. Every extra stop creates more clutter. The floor also matters more than people think. When the floor is clear, the house feels cleaner. When the floor has tissues, clothes, crumbs, toys, shoes, wrappers, and random objects on it, the whole house feels chaotic. A simple floor check once or twice a day helps a lot. Look around and ask, what is on the floor that should not be on the floor? Pick it up immediately, not later. Later is how the mess grows. Laundry is another place where people lose control of the house. Clothes on the floor, towels on chairs, clean laundry in baskets for a week, and dirty laundry mixed with clean laundry can make a house feel messy fast. The simplest system is this. Dirty clothes go straight into the hamper, clean clothes get put away as soon as possible, and towels get hung up or placed in the laundry. Clothes do not belong on the floor unless they are being picked up immediately. Trash is the same way. Trash should never be left sitting around. Not on counters, not on the floor, not beside the couch, not on nightstands, not on the kitchen table. Trash goes in the trash can. And if the trash can is full, the answer is not to balance more trash on top. The answer is to take the bag out. A lot of people think they are bad at cleaning, but what they are really bad at is finishing the last 10% of a task. They cook, but they do not wipe the counter. They shower, but they leave the towel on the floor. They open a package, but they leave the box sitting out. They eat, but they leave the plate behind. They change clothes, but they leave the old clothes wherever they landed. The task is not finished until the mess from the task is handled. Cooking is not finished until the kitchen is reset. Laundry is not finished until the clothes are put away. Taking out something is not finished until it is put back. Eating is not finished until the dishes and trash are handled. This is not about being controlling. It is about protecting the peace of the home. Deep cleaning is physically and emotionally exhausting, especially when one person is expected to clean up after everyone else. It builds resentment. It makes the house feel like a burden. It makes the person who cares feel trapped because they are not just cleaning the house. They are constantly cleaning up the evidence that other people are not paying attention. That is not fair. A home should not depend on one exhausted person constantly rescuing it. Everyone who is able to make a mess should be responsible for cleaning up that mess, even if they do not clean perfectly, even if they need reminders, even if they think it is not a big deal, because it becomes a big deal when it happens all day, every day. The goal is not to have a perfect house. A lived-in house will have moments of mess, people eat, people sleep, kids play, pets shed, life happens. But there is a huge difference between a house that gets messy because people live there and a house that gets dirty because nobody maintains it. Maintenance is love in action. It is respect for the home. It is respect for the people who live there. It is respect for the person who otherwise has to carry the whole burden. A clean house is built through small habits repeated all day. Wipe it now. Pick it up now. Throw it away now. Put it back now. Rinse it now. Hang it now. Take it with you now. These tiny actions prevent the giant, exhausting cleanups later. And once you start living this way, deep cleaning becomes rare. Not because you stopped caring, but because the house never gets so bad that it needs to be rescued. That is the real secret. Do not wait until the house is disgusting. Do not wait until you are overwhelmed. Do not wait until you need an entire weekend, a breakdown, and 3 garbage bags. Keep up with the house in small moments. The house will feel calmer. Your mind will feel calmer. And the people living there will learn that clean is not something one person creates once in a while. Clean is something everyone protects every day.